Hey, it's Mike again. How are you? Uh, some people like to read, some people like to watch a video. So I've recorded a video on some of the more important posts, and this is sugar. Gotta look, sugar in your emotions, the real secret to quitting sugar. Uh, this one gets a little bit complex, not complex, but it's like, how shall I say? It takes a little bit of you accepting some of my experience and some of the experience of the people that I've worked with over the years to just maybe open your mind just a little bit, just enough to possibly accept a new paradigm, accept a new idea that might be the reason you can't quit sugar. As you remember in a lot of other posts and some of the other videos, um, you're probably a very competent adult with a great job, and you know you're a good father, good mother, good student, whatever you've done. You know, the rest of your life it seems to be fairly well organized, and you do pretty well in it. But the problem is, you seemed over the years to be gaining some weight. You can't seem to go without the sugar. The sugar just seems to draw you in. You know, you can't go a couple days and you binge occasionally maybe on the sugar or whatever, or sugar-like products. And so you're kind of curious, why can't I do this? I mean, that of all the questions I get is like, why is this so hard? I mean, why can't I do this? And I want to proffer an idea for you. I want to give you a possibility that you may not have thought about. Well, you're not alone, because none of the diet industry, zero people in the diet industry, I'm talking about the biggest of the big, no one talks about this concept, which I'm going to do a little bit of, how shall we say, outing myself, if you will. But if you look at some of the successful therapy groups and 12-step groups, they talk very candidly about this concept. And I want you to kind of understand too. And what it is sugar, it doesn't get any respect as a powerful drug. An emotional, write this term down, an emotional analgesic, meaning over the years, literally from the womb forward, you have used sugar, your parents use sugar, and you may find yourself doing this with your own children. Use sugar to anesthetize or hold back feelings, to mood alter, to change. Now, it sounds a little bit wild, but you've heard of the sugar, you've probably experienced the sugar rush, the sugar buzz, the sugar high. Well, when you're a child about 40 pounds or 20 pounds, a very small child, that ingestation and that playing with your serotonin, playing with your dopamine receptors, that's very powerful. And as you mature into adulthood, because sugar is free, basically ubiquitous and basically completely free to anyone. I mean, yeah, there is a cost, but it's marginal, and you can usually, excuse the drug terminology, you can usually score some sugar pretty much freely anytime you want. You use sugar, we have used sugar, I have used sugar, to manage my emotions, I don't feel that well, or I mean a little bit of a rush, maybe a little bit of an up, whatever. That's just you're fighting off withdrawals. So I want you to kind of embrace this idea that the possibility exists that over the years you have fallen into a pattern, and that's all it is, gang, just a pattern. You've fallen into a pattern where you end up reaching for sugar unconsciously. Now think about it, you're not doing this in a conscious fashion, and because the sugar product or whatever is primarily free, or you have it with your food or at dinner or whatever, you end up, it's a long hard day, you have an extra dessert, you have an extra couple of sweet teas, whatever, and you feel just a little bit better about yourself, okay? Again, the drug itself doesn't get any respect as that type of product, but there is a certain amount of us, I include myself in that, who about a third of people fall into this category, according to the food addiction people and the studies at Yale University. About a third people fall into this category of being fairly susceptible to the power of the drug. And you've seen the things where right side by side the human brain is shown on sugar and then shown on cocaine, and it looks exactly the same. It is a powerful drug, and the parts that it works on are the parts that damp down pain and damp down emotions, okay? So if you can possibly, just for me and just for yourself and for maybe for your family and maybe for the possibility of losing a few pounds, just kind of grasp this idea. We're going to cover on how to work our way out of it in the next couple videos, but that the idea is that your emotions are regulated and have been regulated by sugar over the years, and that your continued ingestion of sugar may be affecting and have affected your emotions. And then once you get that right, that balance right, you may be able to control sugar better in your life. So if that made sense, let me know. Leave a comment below. A lot of people say things like, I'm addicted to sugar, I'm addicted to bread, and they laugh about it. You know, it's kind of a joke. Like it can't be a powerful, like a heroin or a cocaine kind of thing. And what we found in people that have been successful, people that I know personally, lots of them, who quit drugs and alcohol first and then sugar products second, they say because it's so socially acceptable that sugar was harder than the actual drugs and alcohol stuff. So anyway, I hope that made sense to you. We will be back real soon with another video, and keep an eye on the channel, and we will talk real soon. Bye-bye.